Dragon Ball Super Chapter 102 Beast Gohan versus Ultra Instinct Goku. It is going down in the Dragon Ball Super manga after a year of retelling the Dragon Ball Super superhero story. We're getting into the good stuff. This is a fight that we've been dying to see, and it turns out that this chapter was actually very fun. I loved it, and I want to talk about it, not just the fighting between Goku and Gohan, which we honestly didn't really get too much of. It was more so Goten and Trunks versus Gohan, but at the end, Goku and Gohan started sparring, which is okay with me because next chapter is going to be like a full-blown battle between like the two strongest Saiyans in the universe. Well, I guess you could argue that Vegeta is stronger since he did win the duel with Goku at the end of the movie. Let's jump into this fantastic chapter. So as we saw at the end of chapter 101, Goku finally comes back to Earth. He was training with Broly and Vegeta on Beerus' planet, and here he's going to confront Goten, Trunks, Gohan, and the rest of the company on Earth. He really came because he wanted to bring Gohan to Beerus' planet. He wants to see Gohan's new form, but he realizes that his Ultra Instinct and Gohan's Beast form are so powerful they'd probably blow up the Earth just from sparring. So he wants to use Beerus' planet as kind of like the new King Kai planet, where he can just do as much damage as he wants and not really care about it. Beerus isn't gonna like that very much, by the way. And Gohan's like, okay, sure, let me go change my clothes. And in the meantime, Goku asks Goten and Trunks, you guys should tag along too. So this will be the first time that Goten and Trunks and Gohan are gonna be seeing Beerus' planet. And also, interestingly, Broly doesn't know of them. So Broly gets formally introduced to Goten, Trunks, and Gohan. Goku just straight up grabs onto the truck where Carmine and everybody is inside, and then he teleports them to Beerus' planet where they're all doing some yoga type meditation while Beerus scratches his bum. And as we learned from the last chapter, Broly is really trying to control his ki. He can't go his berserk mode because he loses all control, so this is his training right now, is pretty much yoga and combat tactics, trying to figure out how he can power up without losing absolute control. And I have a good feeling here that Gohan's gonna be the one to teach him how to do so. So Goku tells Gohan, let's spar each other, it's been forever. Goku takes his standard stretching stance, and Gohan interestingly cracks his neck exactly like Piccolo does when he gets ready to battle. So Gohan is definitely showing a lot of respect to Piccolo in this chapter. He named the beast form, he's even cracking his neck like Piccolo does pre-battle. He learned the Makanko Sappo, one of Piccolo's most powerful signature moves, and he wears his clothes. This guy is Piccolo 2.0, just a Saiyan. Goku is curious about Gohan's new form. What is it? Super Saiyan 2? Super Saiyan 3? To which Gohan replies, it's a beast form. And Gohan says that Piccolo is the one that named it. And in fact, Piccolo also has a new form, and that excites Goku because he wants to spar with Piccolo as well. And I know us Dragon Ball fans would also like to see that because this is great. We get to see the benchmarks, who is going to be stronger. Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, so many powerhouses in the story now, and we know that Gohan is probably the strongest, but we kind of have to see by how much. And this sparring session is going to show us that. Vegeta asks Trunks if he played a big role in the fight against Cell Max, to which Goten and Trunks say, oh yeah, we had some crazy combination attacks and everything. So Vegeta asks for Goten and Trunks to spar Gohan first. Gohan goes into his Super Saiyan form, and Goten and Trunks attack in their Saiyaman X and X2 outfits. Now they act a bit goofy, they're not really doing much, and they kind of seem to start improving with their techniques and catching Gohan off guard mid-battle. Eventually they turn into Super Saiyan themselves, to which Gohan turns into his ultimate form. And interestingly enough, Goten and Trunks call Gohan his ultimate form. Gohan says, what's ultimate? And this is funny because fans forever have been calling this form his ultimate form. I believe it was like in one of the guidebooks or something like that as well for Dragon Ball, but it was never officially called ultimate in the anime or the manga. So this is essentially breaking the fourth wall. Fans have been calling it the ultimate form or mystic form forever, and now we basically have the official name. Now Gohan knows what his ultimate form's name actually is. Goten and Trunks have gotten a little bit stronger stronger, and Gohan recognizes that they've been practicing. And I think what this is hinting at is some foreshadowing that they will probably be getting their own forms of some nature in the near future. Perhaps not this arc, but luckily they are grown up now. I can see them, if they get around their silly antics, just trying to act cool, and they start training religiously, perhaps they can achieve some sort of new form. And I think they probably will eventually. In order to battle Gohan's mystic form, they do the fusion dance, and they mess up. And we get Fat Gotenks, who gets obliterated in a single kick. Now it's Goku's turn. He and Gohan stand off, they bow to each other out of respect, and interestingly, Goku goes straight into Ultra Instinct. This is something I did not expect. It's not something that Goku does. He always slowly goes through his forms, but he knows how powerful Gohan is, and he says, let's not waste time, let's kick it into our final forms. That's also an interesting choice of words there, because I don't believe this is Goku's final form. I believe he has to evolve Mastered Ultra Instinct at some point so that he can be on top yet again. We see Gohan close his eyes, almost similar to Ultra Instinct. He leans his head back, and then his eyes open as he remembers, I guess, Piccolo dying, very reminiscent of the beginning of his transformation from the movie. And there we see Gohan Beast with his gigantic hair overflowing with lightning power. Goku says that it's one heck of a storm of ki, as if he's just overflowing with power, like he can almost not contain it. I mean, I believe it feels similar to Broly, but Gohan has absolute control over himself. So I think that this is a lot of potential for Broly to achieve the same form. We could potentially see a Broly Beast, and I think he would be the strongest in the universe if he could achieve it. Goku and Gohan charge in, and the battle begins. Thunderous shockwaves shower Beerus' planet, and boy, he does not like that at all. Gohan and Goku connect, and it doesn't appear that either of them is struggling, and I'm actually surprised. I thought Goku would probably be struggling a tiny bit, but this is just the beginning of the duel. Hopefully it doesn't get interrupted in the next chapter, because I gotta see more of this. I gotta see Gohan come out on top. But right now, it definitely appears that they are even, as Whis creates a barrier to protect Beerus and everybody else from the damage of these two God Saiyans going at it. The power between these two seems absolutely ridiculous. Every clash just lights up the sky. Man, I would love to see this animated. Holy cow. And from just a few seconds of intense combat, they have decimated Beerus' planet, blowing away the trees, creating giant craters in the ground. They land on the ground, stare at each other, and smile, because this fight is just getting good. And that's pretty much the end of the chapter. It was a huge tease for what's to come. And this is super exciting writing, in my opinion, something that Dragon Ball has been sorely lacking from lately. It's actually listening to fans. It's giving fans the name of the form in canon, and it's giving us two powerhouses, father and son rematch in their final forms, and we're gonna get the benchmarks to see how much stronger Gohan actually is. Now, I don't know for sure that Gohan's gonna win. Perhaps Goku, he is a way better fighter. Even if he's weaker, he still definitely has the ability to win. But from what we've seen so far, it seems like they're pretty dead even. So what is going to happen in the next chapter? The thing is, we know a lot about Ultra Instinct at this point, but we don't really know a lot about Gohan Beast. And this is an excellent opportunity for them to write about it and teach us more about this form. Get us hyped up about Gohan, and especially Gohan versus Black Frieza, which we all hope will happen in this arc. Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised in the direction that Dragon Ball is going. I gotta start making more Dragon Ball videos again. It's almost like they're listening to us, and now they're on the right track. Great chapter. Leave a thumbs up and let me know your comments down below. Who do you think's gonna win, Goku or Gohan? And I'll see you soon for some more Dragon Ball videos.